Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, and today we're going to be doing a continuation of that 9th anniversary Q&A. So if you guys did not get your questions answered before, you're probably going to get a chance to get an answer here because we're going to go through more of those. But like usual, we're going to start over on Patreon with a new set of questions for the patrons where they can get theirs answered, and then we'll go back over on the YouTube. I recorded like about 2 hours worth of questions, so chances are, like, if I did not answer your question before, there's a really good chance I'm going to get it answered now in this video. If not, it'll be in the one after this because like it's 2 hours of audio. I think the last one was like 30 minutes worth of YouTube stuff. So let's see, new Q&A for 2024. Let's see what we got here. TF Anime says, hi. Oh, wait, my guy. Let me pause for a second. Robin over Nami. Man, I'm gonna excommunicate your ass now. Let's see. Hi, what are your plans for the future after your 2025 reboot? Do you plan to create more channels, create any other businesses, keep uploading on Naruto Explained? Just very intrigued to know what you got planned for the future. Also, for the record, Robin, greater than Nami. Blasphemy. Okay, so for those guys who do not know, because I've not really talked about on YouTube too much, like 2025 starting in April, there's a reboot that's gonna come with the channel. I've been doing a experiment. I've been following advice from one of my partner managers where I was told, like, hey, your Boruto videos do the best. Why not do more Boruto content primarily? And so I doubled down on that for the second half of 2023 and all of 2024. So I've run a 18-month experiment, give or take, and I'm gonna carry it out until April, and then that should get me closer to that 24-month number that I was advised for. And starting in April 2025, that's what you'll be seeing in the videos on Patreon. So like the patrons have seen them, because it's like, I want to say there's about 20 exclusive videos on Patreon right now. I'm like, I've got like another 20 that are being worked on. I plan that far in advance, but basically the first 15 days each month are going to be videos edited by editors of the quality level that you see for the chapter reviews, and then or higher, because some editors are better than the chapter review editor. But there'll be that quality level or higher. It'll be like lore videos, it'll be explained videos, it'll be video essays, fact videos. There's a lot of information that people have talked about topics on Naruto, and they've only really just scratched the surface, and they have not really gone in depth on some of the stuff. And everybody says like all the basic stuff, and there's way more that you can go in depth on. There's way more associated with that you can go in depth on. So like I got a lot of heaters coming April 2025 onward. I'm tooting my horn now, but like do that. As far as like with the other channels, once I get the content for the first 15 days for April all the way to December done, and it's a mix of Naruto and Boruto content, I'm going to take that set of editors and I'm going to split them. I'm going to have half of them helping out on the Anime Explained channel, and I'm going to have the other half helping out on the One Piece channel, and I'll just be doing content on those channels with those editors. That way everything is a little bit more balanced. Now I have a finance channel that is private where I'm not promoting it. I'm doing an experiment, running it on YouTube as organically as possible. If you find it, great. I'm not going to say your name, but I will say it does perform better than Anime Explained. And I think on Anime Explained this year, I've had 3 or 4 videos break 100,000 views. That channel's doing very well. That finance channel is doing very well. Like I want to get to a certain subscriber number before I make it public, because I'm trying to prove a point to somebody. But as far as like with other businesses, like as far as like with businesses away from YouTube, like, I mean, I've been pretty open. I think I've been more open with the patrons than some of you guys on the channel, but like I've got a business away from YouTube. So, you know, it's just, you know, keeping, you know, business as normal with that. Maybe we'll touch on that like when we get to another subscriber milestone. Like maybe we'll do something like for 500 or 600,000 subscribers, you know, on top of like doing like the tattoo thing. You know, maybe we'll do something on that, you know, kind of give you like a peek into some of the other things I have going on away from YouTube. Yeah, I mean, like I'm stretched a little thin right now in terms of like where everything's pulled, but you know, I'm starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. But holy, I tell you about taxes, man. Woo! Not looking forward to this tax bill. And they hit me like with penalties and some more stuff last year. Accountant made an error, a really big error, and it cost me way more money than I thought it was gonna cost. So, you know, gonna slow up a little bit on Patreon, like with some of the uploads for probably the next couple months in terms of like Patreon exclusive stuff. That way I can put back a little bit more for state and local taxes, and then, you know, it'd be right back business as usual. Depends on how things on the channel really go. But that don't change the fact, like April 2025, we dropping nukes. So that's where that is, man. I probably gave away too much information, but I believe in being transparent with you guys, man. Let's see. LC Bro says, so today, totally on to Naruto Boruto. Have you watched Dragon Ball Daima yet at all? If so, what are your thoughts? Personally, 5 episodes in. I think it kind of sucks, but it's new Dragon Ball content, so F it. Lastly, do you think the Dragon Ball story will continue? If so, what do you think the next arc will be about? RIP Toriyama. Have a great day. So I have seen it, and the thing I will say is that I love the fact that this is Dragon Ball at its roots. Dragon Ball at its roots was always a series that was adventure based. It had comedy in it, and it just happened to have a lot of cool fights once you got past chapter 200 of the manga. Like the pacing, etc. We're getting a lot of world building. We're exploring the demon realm. We're getting extra information that's being added to the characters in terms of the lore. This was very well thought out. You can't have everything just be mindless action where everybody's slugging each other. So I'm totally fine with it. You know, you can see exactly where this is building, but like the big thing for me, like I'm seeing stuff that was mentioned in the data books and everything for Dragon Ball getting animated. We're expanding the world like crazy. I'm enjoying it. You know, I think if, you know, you went into this thinking it was gonna be like Dragon Ball Super, it was gonna be super action paced and everything. There's action, but it's balanced. You know, this was a celebration of Dragon Ball. Everybody just focuses on the Z portion. This is Dragon Ball at its heart. At its heart, it's an adventure story with gag humor that just happens to have cool fights sprinkled into it. And I think once we get to like the back half of the season and everything, because of how it's structured, you're gonna have like the fight with King Goma, and you're gonna have the stuff with the Tagamis who are guarding the Demon Realm Dragon Ball. So, I mean, you're gonna see some of those action fights and everything, but it's all about build up and world building. There's a reason why Dragon Ball inspired One Piece. The English dub and the decision to just start the series in Western serialization with just Z really and truly did not do any favors to how Son Goku was presented. The way Luffy acts in One Piece is how Son Goku acts. Luffy is the closest one out of all the big three to Goku. And this whole adventure vibe that we're getting now, where the action takes a backseat, that is Dragon Ball. This is a journey to the West. You know, it's kind of like what I said when people were complaining about the Code arc and Omnipotence arc, like, oh my God, it's so slow. And then all of a sudden we got to the Omnipotence plot twist, and that led us to Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, all this crazy stuff going on. It don't hit the same if you don't go through the build up. So, you know, with Dragon Ball Daima, the fights that are coming on the back half, I mean, I'm all for it, but we got to get through the adventure part first. The manga, I've talked about this in the Patreon Discord server, and Geekdom 101 did a really good video on it, breaking down the legal situation, because Toriyama was in the process of handing over some of the rights to the, for those of you guys don't know, like Toriyama had his own anime studio, Bird Studios, and those are the ones that with the Dragon Ball anime, Toei Animation produces it, but Bird Studios is part of the co-owner for that. Toriyama, to his credit, smart businessman on that. Like Kishimoto does not have an anime studio, so that's to put that in perspective for you. But there's some legal stuff going on. I do think that the manga is continuing. Let's see. Faded Lighter says, in Naruto Boruto, if you could have anyone as a sensei, who would it be? Itachi. Also, do you believe that Sasuke's evil Shinju clone is going to awaken a Sharingan? I did a video on that. I talked about why I did not like the idea behind it, but I did a video on that, so I would recommend checking that one out. Kakashi copied that in one take. Chris Bell says, I'm gonna keep it simple. Kakashi, my boy's gonna pull up. Okay, so my question, I was about to say, I was like, fam, wait a second, this ain't the prediction video. Okay, so my question is, if anything of the series so far as a whole would or could get retconned, what would you prefer, or what would you like the retcon to be if you could do it? Damn, you said retcon. Because like for me, if I could change anything, the whole Kaguya plot twist would have never happened. It would have never happened. Like, unless I'm doing something for board, so I just pretend volume 70 never happened. No, excuse me, volume 71 never happened. Naruto and Sasuke, they sealed Madara, and then they fought each other, they blew off their arms. That's how I pretend Naruto ended. It's only because I talk about board, so I gotta acknowledge volume 71 never happened. As far as like with a retcon, the one thing I would change, because it can't, retcon is retroactive continuity, where you're going back and you're changing a previously established plot point, but you're not changing the actual story in that regard. Just kind of changing the rules. I would probably say, if I could retcon anything, I would retcon it's kind of happening now. I'll retcon the conditions for Momoshiki being able to take over Boruto's body. I don't know if you call that's not technically a retcon, but that's what I would do. Let's see. Bionic Roach says, hope all is well for you and your family. I've been subscribed to the YouTube for a while now and just joined the Patreon not long ago. So I have a bit of a theory. Let me know if I cooked or not. Okay, let's see what you got. So I do not think Boruto and Momoshiki could be the ones who kill Jura. I think it'll be the new Otsuki. When they're fighting Jura, he'll end up proving to be a bit too much for them. And right before he goes for a final blow on them, the new Otsuki will one-shot Jura, killing him, knocking him unconscious, and then said Otsuki would take Boruto and Kawaki away to Otsuki planet. But before that, someone saw the Mitsuki Kono, etc. will try to intervene by saving them, and then boom, the other Otsuki, don't forget they travel in pairs, will stop the attack and kill or seriously injure whomever tried to intervene. This sounded a lot better in my head, LMAO. But thank you for everything you're doing for us. I appreciate your support. And I would say I'm not necessarily mad at the idea of that. So I kind of feel like that would be a great way to introduce a new villain. I know it's like the shonen trope of like new villain shows up and just makes the last one look fodder. I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, it's a trope because it works as well as it does. And it's worked for decades now. So I wouldn't be mad at that. Now, I don't know if like a new Otsuki, as far as like the pair, shows up and kills some of the characters, but I would not be mad at it. Like I know Ikimoto fought Kishi on killing Code and killing a legacy Naruto character, but I am a firm believer that like death does work when done properly. And I do think Boruto right now is overdue for somebody dying. I do think that, like with how high the stakes are right now, I think that if you don't have somebody die, given where we are, you run the risk of this becoming Fairy Tail and getting the reputation Fairy Tail had, where nobody died. And that's not all the way true. I kind of feel like you gotta do what Hiro Mashima did with Eden Zero before the retcon in Universe Zero. Like you gotta pull the trigger on somebody, and it's gotta hurt. Let's see. Zeko says you have to answer 2 questions. Okay, what we got? First, do you think Momoshiki? What do you think Momoshiki did all his time? Boruto say Momoshiki was very silent / absent. My guess is that Momoshiki is doing something big, just not sleep. So, okay, so we'll answer that one first. I think for a time, Momoshiki was probably gaslighting Boruto. And like he said, like he went quiet after what happened with Sasuke. I think Momoshiki is obviously not sleep. I think he's biding his time. I think he's gaining all this information, which is smart. Kashin Koji's teaching him all this stuff via 10 directions. And that's going to be dangerous in the hands of somebody like Momoshiki. So I definitely think that like Momoshiki's plotting. I think you're right there. The second question, who would you choose between Lucy and Urza? They have such a big soul, both of them. Keep up the good work, mate. You are the best. So if we're talking in a fight, Lucy's an underrated fighter, but you got to choose Urza. Like Urza's very versatile. Like Lucy's versatile too. Now, if you're talking just like looks, I think Urza's hotter. But like if you said like if you could turn your favorite waifu into a real person and that's who you would marry and etc., I choose Lucy. I would get better along with Lucy than I would with Urza. Urza reminds me way too much of my sister. And I've like told my sister, I love you. I would never marry anybody like you. I would go crazy. Yo, my sister's way too aggressive. I love her to death. She's way too aggressive and assertive. Like Lucy's chill. Like Lucy, don't get me wrong. If you do something stupid, Lucy will be on your ass. She will be on your ass. But Lucy will also fall in line. Like if you got an idea, like she'll go along with it. You know, you just have a big enough personality for it. But I would choose Lucy. Now, out of all the Hero Mashima girls, it'd be Rebecca. But that's a different video for another day. Let's see. Jay, oh my God. Jay Brill says, will you please explain to the people that Robin, Rem, Urza, Yorichi, that's what I get for doing Demon Slayer before recording this, Lucy and Bulma are your favorite queens and that Nami is a whore. You're wrong. Nami is the queen. Bulma is very underrated. Bulma is the most important Dragon Ball character. Rem is trash. Urza's amazing. Yorichi, I mean, she's cool. She aight. Robin, she aight, but you know, I'll forever meme Robin though. Let's see, on a serious note, how do you see the Boruto manga realistically ending? I think we're getting a bittersweet ending. I don't think it's going to be completely shonen, super happy, good guys win. I think good guys win, but I think it's going to be bittersweet. And do you think it will be the last story material we get in the Naruto verse? I think, yeah, after Boruto ends, like say, and I stick with it, I think Boruto's got realistically another 3 years left. Like the manga started in 2016. I know like the fans didn't really convert over until about 2018, like mid 2018. From what I saw interest in the manga pick up around then. But I think like 2027 it ends. Let me see. Will this be the last story material we get in the Naruto verse, barring like another set of one shots from Kishimoto and not counting light novels? Yeah, I think so. And I think that you basically go like the route that Dragon Ball did. Like there'll be a pause period, and then when you get probably, let's see, Naruto started in 1999. So 99, 2009, 19, 20, 29. We might get the anime probably back by 2029. We might get like a OVA or like a movie celebrating the 30th anniversary. But I think like once this is done, I think you probably go from 2027 to 2037. You don't really get anything else. Like you'll have Boruto's anime, and the anime will do everything to the end of the story, and then you'll have a cool off period, and then probably like how Dragon Ball is doing like the 45th anniversary stuff now. You know, you probably have something like for Naruto on the 40th or 45th anniversary. I think it'll be done for a while. But the good thing with Naruto is that like it's as deep of a lore pit as Star Wars. So like I'm not gonna stop, you know, as far as like talking about Naruto content. The question is whether or not the Naruto, and I don't think it is. The question is whether or not the Naruto community is as passionate as the Dragon Ball community was, and Dragon Ball has less lore than Naruto, and the Star Wars community is, where those fandoms went years without having any content, but the fandom stayed strong. I don't think the Naruto community is on that level yet. That's my opinion. I think that we have a lot of tourists who are Naruto and Boruto fans, whereas something like Dragon Ball has more diehard fans. Love the videos and appreciate the interactions in the server. Yeah, the Discord server be going at it, man. Love. P.S. Amelia's okay. Please acknowledge your title as Isshiki. Bruh, I'm gonna acknowledge that title. Amelia's only okay. Smack your ass. Let's see. Let's see. Matthew Diaz says, when do you see, okay, I guess you're saying, when do you think we'll see all the stress from everything finally get to Boruto? I think that that's going to be monumental. When Boruto finally cracks, that's going to be monumental. I cannot wait for that. As far as a win, I think that he's got to lose somebody. He's got to lose somebody, and then he's going to crack, because he's got a lot of pressure on him right now. That might be worth the video, just talking about, you know, the pressure is on board. So I like that. Tommy Bunny Brett, I don't think I saw you on the, no, you did. Let's see. Now that Kawaki's willing to work with Boruto to defeat the Shinju and Mitsuki has helped Boruto, do you think we could get a Team 7 reunion soon? I mean, possibly. Maybe. The only thing on it is, like, I know you're saying, like, with Kawaki there, the only thing on it is I kind of wonder if that's even going to matter. Because Mitsuki's a wild card there. Let's see. IK Time says, will you ever admit that Nami is better? Will you ever admit that Robin is better than Nami? Whore. In all seriousness, would you ever make more tier lists? So first and foremost, Robin is in no universe better than Nami. I will down that hill, and I will explain as much when I'm able to start doing the videos on the One Piece channel. So nope. Robin's a good character, but not better than Nico Robin. Oh, damn it, he's gonna clip this. Look, Nami is better than Nico Robin. I said it with some bass in my voice. Some Mr. McMahon voice. No, you get several out of here with that one. In all seriousness, will I make every more tier list? I mean, maybe for like Boruto Part 1, like ranking which characters I enjoy or something. You know, I'm not gonna be one of these losers that's out here saying, oh my god, Boruto lollies or lollies or however the hell you say it, and you know, gushing over some teenage. I'm not gonna do that. That's corny, it's pedophile stuff. You know, I don't know, I might do something like as far as like a Boruto story arcs or something. Those are fun to do. So I don't know, I might do that. I think I still, what is it, Tier Maker? I think that's the website you go to. I might do that. That'd be fun content. But that's gonna be for the Patreon Q&As. That's gonna be that. Everything from here on out is gonna be the YouTube Q&As I didn't get to before. And because it's 2 hours worth of audio, there'll probably be like another 20 minutes of YouTube comments, maybe 30. And then we'll cut it off there and we'll come back to those later. You guys know how that goes. Let's see. Lance Giggs 922 says, I've been watching your content for years now. If you could indulge me, and I have two questions. In your lore educated best, how do you think Boruto 2 Blue Vortex in? A mix between Samurai 8 and a mix between The Matrix. If you've watched The Matrix, you can definitely see it. 2, in all these years, what really motivates you to keep dropping content aside from the money, of course? Yeah, I mean, the money's part of it, but it's what I said too. I have letters from people that, you know, they've written me over the years. I've saved emails. You know, I have gifts in my office that people have sent me. So that's my motivation, because I know there's somebody that that video might help them through a hard day. So that's what motivates me. You know, it's the community. It's going through and it's reading you guys' comments, even the haters, even the trolls. You know, it's reading you guys' comments. So that's what really motivates me, man. Doing videos like this where I can just be myself. You know, that's what motivates me. My song 112 says, yo, if you could dedicate an arc to 3 characters in Naruto, who would they be? One of them's already had it. It'd be Tsunade, it'd be Konan, and it'd be Sasori. Like, just like individual arcs. Those 3 off the top of my head. I was so happy when I discovered your channel all those years ago. You keep the spark alive for a show that has redefined my life for so long. You're amazing and deserve all your glory. Keep going, man. I appreciate you, fool. I really do. Dracove828 says, congrats on your 9-year journey. Been here since 2019. So you're here like a year after I started Naruto Explained. Damn, this is a long time. It's been a pleasure to be part of this community. I wanted to ask, I'm 22, making a decent amount of money, and I wanted some advice on ways to invest or what I can do to make more of what I have. Once again, congratulations on the 9-year anniversary. For you're the best YouTube channel out there. Much love, my brother. So, okay. So I'm going to promote a friend I got over on Twitter, Investment Kage. Really good if you want to learn about getting into stocks. Really good. He's very transparent with how he invests his money, and he's come up with budget plans. I strongly recommend that. And like you, he is a young dude that has a lot of money. In his case, he worked like 3 jobs. and invested a lot of stuff. Like I want to say he's at $250,000 invested, just some hard work. I strongly recommend checking out some of his Twitter threads and DMing him. Hopefully, you know, again, I'm running an experiment on my finance channel, but you know, I have videos of stuff like that that will really be of use. So, you know, depending on how much you're making, man, like email me on the business account and I can send you some resources and everything on there. Like the average man in the United States makes between $35,000 and $48,000. So, you know, like if you're in that range, and even if you're not, like there's a lot of ways to grow money, you know, like there's a lot of ways to grow money. So I can send you some resources, man. You know, hit me up on the email. Let's see. Skull Crusher 5722 says, and by the way, if you're making a decent amount of money, if you're self-employed, free advice. If you're self-employed, get a SEP IRA. You can actually put more money into a tax-deferred account by doing a SEP, not financial advice, by the way. But with a SEP, you can do 25% of your net income if you're self-employed and you're making over a certain dollar amount. But if you're not saving for retirement, get on that now, because compound interest is a thing. If you're trying to get into stocks, buy ETFs, but do your research on the ETF you get into. Will say that again. Follow my guy Finance Kage on Twitter. Skull Crusher 5722 says, thank you for being a consistent content creator that does his best to give reliable info and actually have great media literacy. Oh man. My question is, how long do you think Boruto 2 Blue Vortex will be? I feel like 80 chapters is enough to cover everything without having a sequel or rushing. We're not getting 80 chapters. I stand by it. 33, 34 volumes. Because you got to remember, Ikimoto was Kishimoto's first assistant. He's been drawing Naruto content since 1999. Like, Ikimoto is pushing his mid-40s. It's a monthly manga. Like, if we get to 34 volumes, like, that would be 99, 2009, 2019. That would be 30 years drawing the same franchise, basically. So that's my take on that. Number 2, seeing how Kawaki is ruining Boruto's image and Boruto's improving Kawaki's. If omnipotence was used to reverse them again towards the end of the series, how do you think that will affect the ending? I think it's going to... That's tricky, because everything associated with Boruto will be associated with Kawaki, unless somebody used omnipotence, like say Boruto was the one that used it to make it the full yin yang, and it was to have everybody accept Kawaki and restore everything to normal. I could see that, but again, I think we're getting a Matrix ending. Because if it's reversed again, Boruto probably in a bad situation again, given all the actions Kawaki will commit under Boruto's. Yeah, Matrix. I know The Matrix is an old movie. I recommend watching that trilogy, and you'll see why I say I think Boruto's going that route. Tyree Slime says, congrats, man. This is more of a writing kind of question. 2 of them, actually. Okay, let's see. What is a character archetype that you really like seeing a protagonist go down? Anything that follows the hero's journey, first and foremost. The hero's journey. I like a character that has obstacles they got to overcome when they have a strong internal conflict that directly meshes with that external conflict they play off of each other. Do you prefer more dynamic protagonists or static and dynamic? As someone who's been an assistant to an editor, as well as someone who's indulged in many different stories, I figured you probably have an opinion on these questions. Yeah, so you want your characters fleshed out. When I say like a strong internal conflict and external conflict playing off each other, look at how Naruto, I'm gonna use Naruto as an example. Look at how with Naruto, his internal conflict in Boruto was he wasn't able to balance being a father and a Hokage, and he relied so much on his own power. So when he lost that power, he no longer had the power. He felt like, oh, I can be a true Hokage. He was kind of blustering a little bit. Just when he thought that he was building a relationship with his son, he's told like, oh yeah, your son's being overridden DNA-wise by an alien. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to kill your son. And so the internal conflict is Naruto struggling as a father, and the external conflict is as Hokage, that is his dream. And as Hokage, he should do what Hashirama said, which is kill his child. He should do what Minato did and choose his village over his child. And the other external conflict that comes from that is the whole world's telling him your son needs to die. And Naruto could never make that decision. He refused to kill his kid. That's what I mean when I say good internal conflicts that are playing off of external and they just mesh together. Luke Skywalker, for as much as I hate The Last Jedi, that's also a great example of that. There's other issues with his character in that movie, but that's a good example. Man, I've done a lot since college. Like, I've worked as an editorial assistant for 3 years. Was it 3 years? Yeah. Worked as an editorial assistant for 3 years and worked in politics for 5. Wow. Whew. Life goes by quick. Dirty Slew Kane says, I used to watch every other anime channel until I found yours and just stick to your channel. You're the most factual Naruto and Boruto channel there is. I've been getting more into opinion-based stuff, like with discussing like it's Kawaki next Isshiki, but I'm gonna get back on the lore stuff, man. We all up to an hour and 5 minutes. It's gonna be long. Well, there's gonna be multiple videos to this, man. Like this first version is probably gonna be like an hour. No cap. This first video is probably gonna be an hour. Let's see, Rajaj. I butchered your name, dog. I'm sorry. Let's see. Thank you for being such an amazing content creator. You've explained so many confusing topics in a simpler manner over the years. My question is, who do you think is going to be the final main antagonist of Two Blue Vortex? I want it to be Isshiki, but I'm going to say, taking out like the Kawaki aspect, I think Code's got a bigger plan. I don't think he's done. I really don't think he's done. But I want to say, did I say Isshiki? I meant Shibai. I would love if Isshiki came back, though. I ain't gonna front. Let's see. Number 2, are you gonna keep doing fairy tale content on your Anime Explained channel? Yeah. On Anime Explained, I've done all 5 Dragon Gods explained. I've done every Dragon Slayer, all 5 generations explained. I've done every Lucy Harphilia Star Dress explained, every Urza Requip Magic Armor explained, every Sign Natsu and Lucy in Love. As of this recording, I have a Lucy Harphilia, a Natsu video, and an Urza. All those are video essays being done. So I got a few more Fairy Tale 100 Year Quest videos I'm gonna upload on the channel, but you know, basically that channel's covering seasonal stuff. So like whatever anime is big for the season, I'll cover some of that stuff. So yeah, I got more planned because like Fairy Tail's one of the series I originally did over there. Let's see, Shyrose YT says, how about a video about yourself? The title, Who is Naruto Explained? I would do that if I thought there was interest in it. Like I would do that, you know, because I got some stories to tell. You guys heard some of them in the Q&As, like depending on if you catch me on a moment and I just like stop giving enough. Then you're going to discuss how you started the channel. We did that now. A little biography, what encourages you, and how you got into anime, manga stuff, especially Naruto. Whereas I can say that like with the Naruto stuff, like I got into anime through Dragon Ball and Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin is my favorite series of all time. And I found Naruto because I was looking for Dragon Ball pictures, and I saw a picture of Kakashi doing Chidori, and I was like, who is this Dragon Ball character that has an eye patch? Not an eye patch, but a headband, and they got a key blast, but it's not a key blast. And I kept looking until I found it. This is in the dark ages of the internet. It's like in the early 2000s, like 2002. Yeah, 2002. Because Scanlation's out. Viz Media wasn't even releasing the manga legally at that point. So yeah. Let's see. Katrina Class 96 says, "Thanks for being us. Thanks for always bringing us content about Naruto and Boruto. I appreciate you." Passion Plus says, "You're Naruto Explained. Thank you for being a pillar. You are something we all love in Naruto Boruto content, homie. You and your team's efforts are all appreciated. and will continue to be supported from all of us here. Man, I appreciate that support. Like I said, you know, 2024, you guys had to kind of go through a lot more of my editing outside of like the chapter reviews and a few big videos like that 2.5 hour video. But man, spring 2025, like late spring 2025, that way when people get out of school for summer, oh, we got some stuff coming. Like the same editors that I started to work with and had to peel back from that was doing like video edits, we coming. Bombface Woomer says 125. I guess for me, the one thing I want to know is what inspired you to be a YouTuber. I've always been curious. Was there somebody in particular that got you started, or was there a variety of events? Yeah, like long story short, I broke my leg. I was going through some grief. And I said this earlier, I was going through some grief and recording videos on Samsung S3, recording audio via voice memos because I couldn't afford a microphone at the time. Creators inspired me, Rhyme Style first and foremost, because he uploaded daily and I said I wanted to do that. Stupendous Wave. I mean, yeah, like Benevolent World, King of Lightning, Sawyer 7 Mage. Like, yeah, I got inspired, man. It's my hope that I inspire somebody to do the same thing. Kurt Murdoch says, congrats, bro. I'm starting to lose my voice. Woo! Shouts out to Tyrone Magnus. I appreciate the time and effort you put in your videos. My question is, could Naruto fly at one point? Yeah, I mean, when Naruto simultaneously uses the power of six pass power, which that's the power of the 9 Biju that you get from being the 10-tailed Shinchuriki, Naruto's flying. When he had Hagoromo's chakra seal, he was flying faster. Like in Boruto, we saw him briefly fly. His feet never touched the ground when he stopped the train in the anime, and in the anime version of Fight with Jigen, you can actually see Naruto falling backwards at an angle at a different direction after he and Sasuke switch places, and Jigen is going a different direction, and all of a sudden in the next frame you see Naruto, no sign they'd ever use shadow clones, there's no debris anywhere near him. Naruto's flying upwards at an angle. In the Momoshiki movie, the movie version of Boruto the movie, you see Naruto briefly fly, and that Momoshiki fight. So yeah, the flight's there. It's just not on the same level because the level of 6-pass Senjutsu is not the same after they lost the chakra seal when they sealed away Kaguya. Which, as a reminder, because people say they lost their seals and they blew up their arms, you don't need the seal for the Rinnegan. You don't need the seal for 6-pass Sage Mode. That's different from 6-pass Power. And 6-pass Power comes from having the 9 Biju. You don't need the seals for those. They lost the seals and they sealed Kaguya. Go back to Naruto Volume 71 and the start of Volume 72, and you see the seals moved off their hand. That's why Naruto was still using the different powers and etc. in the fight with Sasuke, and that's why Sasuke kept the Rinnegan after, because you don't need the seal for him. Kurai Aesthetic says, bro, been a fan of your channel since 2018. You one of the OGs. You are truly an amazing content creator. I just wanted to ask, do you ever plan on creating your own manga story? I would make a manga called The Legend of Tintin. No cap, I do it. I totally do it. I like, as soon as Brenton Art over on Twitter opens up his commissions, like, I'm gonna ask him, like, how much would he charge me to do a 15-page chapter, and I gotta see if he's in the US or not. And like, I do it, and I review it and all that. Yo, if you saw the 200,000 subscriber Tintin video I did with Tintin Destroys the Naruto Universe, it's gonna be the most deranged shit possible. Let's see. I think you should, because the way you discuss literary themes in depth is truly insightful, and I feel a manga written by you be crazy good. Super unhinged. Also, I know you would probably have the villain win. Absolutely. Which is an idea I would love. Anyway, thanks for the amazing videos, bro. I'll continue to support the channel. I appreciate you, my dude. Miles Theory 2886 says, I just want to know 3 things. Who do you think will be the final villain? Shibai. What is the relationship between Boruto and Shibai? If he's not the final villain, I think he's going to be the Oracle to Boruto's Neo. And finally, do you think Boruto will be the end of Naruto's story? Absolutely. No more until we get like 30-year celebration, and I think we get a updated version of the anime of Naruto Kai. I don't think we get like a blank period anime because they adapted some of the stories. I don't think we get anything like that. That's just me personally. Because I mean, it's too soon. Like Naruto ended in 2017, the anime Shippuden, right? The manga ended in 2024. You know, you gotta let things breathe a little bit. Like there's a reason why Studio Pierrot has not remade Yu Yu Hakusho, because even though the art isn't as pretty as what you have now, animation wise, that animation is more fluid than some of the seasonal anime we have now. It just don't have the pretty art. Kudos to you for you have the best anime channels, and to me, one of the best YouTube channel, period. You and Y-Flies. Who the fuck is Y-Flies? No shade to them. I watch like politics and finance and cars and comics and Star Wars YouTube. So if they're an anime channel, I don't know. Anime Explained, I want that bigger than Naruto Explained. I want that bigger than Naruto Explained. I feel like I got some of my best content over there. Not saying like I'm building the channel up. I really feel like that. And I think this is like the right time to put this portion of the Q&As, and then there's still like another 35 minutes of YouTube questions that we'll get to in the next video. Again, we'll start off with the patrons first, and we'll come over to YouTube. But man, it's just been humbling being able to read you guys' questions, man. I think by the time you guys are seeing this video, I'm recording this update on the 23rd, so the day before Christmas Eve. I think you guys will probably see this either on the 30th or the 31st. You know, it'll be towards the end of the year. Happy holidays to those of you guys who celebrate the holidays. I don't know if it's Christmas, Hanukkah. Is Hanukkah even going? I should know this. I dated a Judas girl in college. I should know this. God, I feel bad for that. Yeah, they're like, he hates Jewish people. I don't hate Jewish people. I just can't remember when the hell Hanukkah is. Like, when is Hanukkah? Hold on. Siri, when is Hanukkah? 25. That makes sense, because I remember that shit lasting forever. So, yeah, that's kind of lit, though, man. You know, be lasting forever. I guess that's why you say happy holidays. I wonder if you can even hear Siri on there, right? That's what I'm saying, man. Yo. If I ever make that fourth channel that I upload sporadically to ever public, not the finance channel, but like the regular shoot the ish channel, man, I'm gonna get canceled. I say so much deranged stuff, man. But yo, like on the real though, right? Like 9 years on YouTube. 9 years. This is crazy. Man, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. Like, on some real shit, man. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. Like, I, in my wildest dreams, never thought, you know, like, I was happy getting 100 views and, you know, just getting 3-4 people commenting on the video. You know, now, you know, you go through and you look now, you know, like, 90% of videos uploaded to YouTube don't even get 1,000 views. You know, we're getting in the tens of thousands of views, you know. Every video on average is getting around 200, 250, 300 comments. You know, if it's a chapter review, you know, it's higher than that. Like, I'm just, man, I'm glad to have the community. I do not take you guys for granted, man. I do not take you guys for granted at all. So happy holidays. So you guys who celebrate whatever holiday you celebrate. And if you're seeing this on New Year's Eve, be safe. Don't do anything I would do. And I mean that, don't do anything I would do. Especially back when, you know, I had, you know, issues with alcohol and everything. Just be safe, man. You got family who love you, man. But even if you ain't got family, I love you. And the people in the comment section love you too, because we're family over here. Especially over on the Patreon server. Except for those Nami slanderers. Them the drunk adopted uncles that we don't claim. Love you guys, man. Talk to you later.